So I love Meghan Markle. I am obsessed with her. And I'm obsessed with her is because she's beautiful, she's smart, she's sassy, a little bit rebellious, much like me. She's married to a prince, let's not quibble. My man is princely. Of course, he does not have access to royal coffers. But then again, neither does Harry, so maybe we're even. And of course, my right thigh weighs as much as Meghan Markle, right? But we have a lot of things in common, and the thing that we have most in common is that she and I are both the daughters of light-skinned African-American mothers and white fathers. And that little combination creates some racial ambiguity. Now, I'm told it's not ambiguous at all about me. Most people see me and think I'm a white woman. But Meghan, it's a little bit different. So I was watching the royal wedding with my mother. And I looked over at my mother, and she was... Because the black people in the audience, you know she has the sight, right? Is she black? Yes, Mom, she's black. Do they know? Yes, Mom, they know. I mean, is it common knowledge? Yes, Mom, everybody knows. So you telling me there's a black woman in the line of succession for the British crown? Yes, Mom, I'm telling you that. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna work. And here we are. Yeah, my mom was never wrong, okay? You know, I make light of race, pardon the pun. But in the past few months, it's actually been a really serious issue for me. I was running for alderman in the 5th Ward of Chicago. Shout out to all my friends out there who were there with me. And for those of you who don't know where the 50 wards of Chicago are, shame on you first. But the 5th Ward is South Side. It's Hyde Park, the University of Chicago, Obama Presidential Center. It's a very cool ward. I really wanted to win. But the ward is majority African American. And understandably, the black community wanted to be represented in city council by someone who was black. I was offering this. But somehow it wasn't coming off right. I blame that woman, Rachel in Washington State. Y'all remember her, right? My mother's like, what is this world coming to? People passing for black, right? So those of you who don't know who she is, she was this plain, chubby white girl who became like a fine, light-skinned sister, right? The head of like a chapter of the esteemed NAACP. Like she traded up, by passing for black. So everybody thought I was passing for black, and there was nothing I could do to convince them otherwise. And so when you run a campaign, you send out mailings, and we send out policy issues. Did a few with pictures of me and my mom, and me and my sister, me and my partner. They just thought I was a white woman taking a black man, so I was like, my first husband, my late husband was white, right? That was actually the interracial relationship. This one is not. So there are a couple of physical things about me that are very obviously black. And so first is the hair, right? So when the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once came out, I thought they were going to do a documentary about my hair. So, and I know there are a few black people in this audience. I saw one sister, so she will understand. There's this thing called the kitchen. Now, the kitchen is this part of your hair on the nape of your neck. It's probably from the time of slavery. We had rags on our head, but like the nape of our neck wasn't covered. It's like, you know, kind of coily and curly, and it's kinky, it's nappy, that's what it is. And so I have a pretty decent kitchen. I know y'all can't see because like I was like, just washed my hair. But the kitchen is the reason why there's a rule black men know very well: you do not touch a sister's hair, right? Because we can make it smooth as silk. We can use heat, we can use chemicals, we can use somebody else's hair, you know, but we can have some straight hair, right? So I watched the Meghan and Harry documentary, and like 6 episodes, he did not touch her hair. He has been trained. Now, the other thing, though, that is most obviously black, and some of you may have noticed it when I came up here, this ass. Okay? There is not a white woman in America with this ass. And before some of my white friends get smug about that, well, I wouldn't want an ass like that. I want you to know it was a very, well-positioned white man who once said to me, the bigger the cushion, the better the pushing. So white boys like asses too. Megan's got an ass. Harry likes it. She stays really skinny though, so it doesn't show up, right? So the thing about this ass is, this is an important part of who I am. I used to work in Washington, D.C., and this cab driver stopped me. He was African, he's from Ghana. And he said, I knew when I saw you that you were black. And I said, okay, you bear the haunches of Africa. This will be the title of my memoir. So, right after the campaign, you have all these advisors and they want to know, did they help you? What did they do wrong? A lot. No, what did they do? I only lost by 500 votes. It was razor thin. It was so close. And so one of my advisors said, what is the one thing you would have done differently if you could? And I thought about all those mailers and the policy positions, and I would have taken a picture of this ass. Don't want to deprive you. And I would have mailed it all across that ward. I know there are at least 500 brothers who would have voted for me. Thank you.